Champion Special Ministries is a ministry that really wants to offer an exciting day camp ministry experience for our children and young adults with special needs. Our typical children, young adults out there in the world have many, many options for a camp experience, but the options are very few for those that have special needs. At Champion Special Ministries, we want to encourage value for those with disabilities, supporting them and their families by providing excellence in education, training, and services. At a Champions Day Camp, we do recruit buddies, volunteers, to work with the different campers that do come. And you are called a coach, and you come alongside that camper during the week to, most of all, love on them, just to share the love of Jesus to them, to be their friend. Many of these individuals don't have a lot of friends, so just to come alongside them and support them and be their friend.
I continue to realize that it's such a unique and different opportunity because at almost every other camp you go to, you go for yourself, and it's about how can I have a great week and what can I do to have a ton of fun, but here you're coming so someone else can have a ton of fun. And so that's really humbling to be in a position where it's all about someone else for a week, not about you, but it's awesome to see how the Lord turns that around and really fills our cup back up when we pour ourselves out.
I think it's when we minister to the least of these, those who are close to the Lord's heart, that something really sweet happens there. And I really enjoy that and enjoy being able to give my time and my energy to those who are less fortunate than I am. I think it's a valuable thing to do.
I feel like being around these kids is probably, at least for me personally, is like the closest that I've ever felt to heaven. These kids are so pure of heart. They give back to me so much more than I could ever give to them.
When you are a coach at one of our day camps, it is transforming to your heart and to your life. You will be blessed, and it changes the way that you see individuals with special needs.
I think a lot of times people are kind of scared of kids with special needs just because they are a little different, but I think after being here I really truly do know that they aren't any different than us. We just got to engage them and talk to them and get to know them.
It really has changed my life, and it really has affected my faith and taught me so many things about the love that the Lord gives us and the love that we should give each other. And the campers really pour into your life as much as you're pouring into theirs. And so it really is an incredible opportunity. And so I would say that everyone should do it.
I had a really sweet experience with a mom in Texas. She had two sons that came to camp, and they were actually twins who both had Down syndrome, and they were darling. And it was the last day of camp, and Mom was coming to pick them up, and she was gathered around with myself and some of my staff members, and she just, with tears in her eyes, began to express how grateful she was for this camp. And she had driven an hour and 15 minutes to the camp in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so you understand how far of a distance that is that she had come to camp. And she just shared with me, she said, Allison, my older sons have always had camps, and she said, I've always been so sad because my twins did not have a camp to go to. And with tears in her eyes, she said, now we have a camp. She said, please, please come back to Arlington next year. And in the midst of that conversation, I could just see my staff. They were just, taking it all in, and I think it was one of those aha moments for them. And they thought to themselves, this is why we're doing what we're doing. We're providing a camp for these precious children that wouldn't have a camp if we weren't here. If you are interested in being a coach at one of our camps, you do not need any previous experience. All you need is a heart that wants to serve and wants to love.
As you pour yourself out, you just get rewarded by the things you see, or the things you do, or the things that they say to you. Like, I've had a camper look me in the eye and say, thanks, you're doing a great job, and like, it's not a whole lot, but it's like you can't really put into words what that feels like.
Every day when they come to day camp, we have a very special welcome time, and it's as if we're rolling out the red carpet for them. We're celebrating them, we're jumping up and down, acting crazy, music going on, and one thing that is amazing is just to watch the faces of the parents or the caregivers or siblings that bring their special children to camp. We open our day and we close our day with fun camp songs as well as worship songs, and it's just a great time to set our hearts right, to get our day going at camp, and then also a really fun time as far as wrapping up the camp at the end of the camp day. We also have arts and crafts, and everything that we do is focused on Christ. We are a faith-based organization, and so we have daily Bible study, daily prayer time. Water Day is always Wednesday during our camp week, and that is a really fun day. We usually have a water slide of some sort, lots of different water games throughout the day, and it's just fun, a fun time in the sun that they can come and just be kids out in the sun having lots of fun in water. And then we always end our week of camp with a celebration in the evening with a potluck dinner and usually a square dance or a carnival, and it gathers in the parents and the siblings, so it's a fun time to celebrate our week of camp. This past summer we did day camps in Durango, Colorado, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Arlington, Texas, and here in Kansas City. And we ministered to over 115 families with children or young adults with special needs and had over 125 volunteers that worked in the program. Next year, we hope to target 6 different cities here in the Midwest, and we also are going to do a day camp at TCU University in Fort Worth over spring break, and also holding a spring break camp here in Kansas City. Another extension of our ministry is what we call Night of Champions, and this is a monthly night, or it could be a bi-weekly night, weekly night at your church, where you gather young adults and children with special needs to come for games and activities, Bible study, prayer, worship time. Christmas time is a really special time as we gather all the families together. We have a very wonderful Christmas dinner, and then we do a Christmas pageant where the individuals with special needs participate and are the Mary and the Joseph and the wise men. And last year, after we did our Christmas pageant, I received an email from a mom, and she was expressing her gratitude and said that her son was 16 and it was the first time that he had ever been in a Christmas pageant. Our programs at Champion Special Ministries gives a much needed break for families with children with special needs. They experience 60% more stress in their lives than those of us that have typical children.
And it's really, really cool to give the parents a break too, because they're with them 24/7, 365 days a year. And so to be able to give a parent a break like that, you may not even hear about it, how much it means to them, but it is something that they couldn't even measure in their gratitude towards you, to just sacrifice a week for them, and they get time off and time to do what they need to do.
Well, I think that, we're always looking for him to live to the fullest. And so, he comes here and he is happy, he's excited, he's connecting with people, comes home and tells us about his day.
Yeah, just wonderful. Just having these experiences, having them have a normal, typical summer camp experience, it's just terrific.
Every opportunity and experience that our special need kids can have helps them grow. The more people they have and the more experience they have with others is precious, and this just gives him another social opportunity that's priceless.
Been a pretty cool week, hasn't it, Lily?
Can't wait till next year, can you?
Do you want us to sign you up again? Do you want to come again? Yes, you do. I think that says it all.